let's dip them into
Yes.
conversation where you can share your experience and where you feel like startup should aware of something, and also normal community also should be aware of something where which is important pros and cons of insurance and all. Before starting,
Definitely.
Muthu,
First
if
of
you
all,
can,
I
yeah,
I would like to thank Startup TN as well as you. You guys are doing an amazing job, and definitely thanks a lot for making Orzu Life a part of a Tanseed beneficiary. It has been a great opportunity, and we are loving the experience. Thank you.
okay, thank you so much. Muthu, just starting with like if you can within 1 minute or 30 seconds, if you can share about what is Orzu Life, so that people just see this part and they understand what is Orzu Life all about.
Sure, sure. So we are like make my trip for hospitals. Very simple. Today, before going to any resort, you guys go to make my trip, compare between the hotels, understand what all facility features are there, compare between the prices, and then only you guys book it. Someone wants to go for a pre-planned operation like cataract, varicose vein, knee replacement, hip replacement, maternity. There's no option to understand what is the costing between hospitals. Not even the street corner hospital, you know the price. So with us, what happens? You can understand, compare between hospitals on what all facility features available, newest technology which hospital has to operate you. Let's say, for example, robotic, laser, lot of new technologies are there, and then understand the costing, apple to apple. When I mean, for example, knee replacement, Johnson and Johnson is being used. So we compare five hospitals with the same Johnson and Johnson replacement, and what is the price. We also put inclusion and exclusion, like how you book a Bali trip. In Make My Trip, it shows breakfast included, lunch is not included, dinner not included. These all places you stay. Similarly, you will also understand as per your package what all is included, what is not included. So once you finalize the hospital with the price, then we take your insurance policy. Because first problem, a lot of people would like to know what is the bill. That we are helping you understand.
Yeah,
Second problem,
correct.
how much is covered in your insurance, how much is not covered in your insurance. So we take your policy, we understand what is covered, what not is covered. Let's say, for example, 5 lakhs is the knee replacement operation. Only 4 lakhs is covered as per your policy. So we tell you before getting admitted, 1 lakh you have to pay from your pocket. So that is the second problem we solve. Third problem, a lot of people might not have this 1 lakh handy. So we have NBFCs who are partners with us. With your eligibility, we help you get a loan. So this is the three major problems we are solving. As a value add, what we do, we have relationship manager in every hospital of ours where we have tie-up. So before the client goes there, we intimate them so you get a better service. You get a better experience in the hospital. Any delays, anything else happens, they'll help you. Last point, we also give people cashback when they go via us. So on a 5 lakh rupees bill, easily you will look at 15 to 20,000 rupees cashback, which is a sizable amount, which
Wow.
helps them in that 1 lakh rupees which they have to pay from their pocket. So we are
Yeah.
trying to bring transparency and affordability into healthcare and insurance.
Wow. Thanks, yeah. So how did you collaborate with all this? Like, looks like that all hospital guys are big guys, and insurance guys wanted to find a loophole where customers should not know about it, and they wanted to make a fool around. And there's a lot of gaps and a lot of challenges also, threats also there, because some insurance company would have thought like this company might be risky for me, and might be some hospital would have thought about it. I'm sharing the critical data to him, and he should not share to peer or other competitor of him. So how did you manage that situation, and how did you maintain the trust of all the hospitals? And you are selling insurance of the other companies as well, who are themselves a competitor insurers. So how you met the transparency,
Yes.
and how did you stakeholders language?
So we have been in the insurance field for more than 10 years. And the whole point of Orzo Life came during COVID, where we had insured almost 40,000 employees from various corporates, where every employee was calling us and asking how much the bill is going to be. And then they were asking, this injection is 75,000, will you guys cover it or not? And after the billing, there was problems. They thought this is covered, then it is not covered. They have to pay from their pocket. So that's the time I had a lot of time. I was planning the Europe trip, and I had trip advisors, so many advisors online telling me what to do there, what not to do. So then I was like able to plan the last mile just with online advisors. So then I thought that should be available in India for healthcare and insurance, because both this is not having this kind of platform right now. So that's where we started also live. And you're right on. See, initially hospitals were hesitant to give their tariffs. But then we made our own tariffs, but we get their tariffs, we understand that, and we put it in our slabs. And for hospitals also, if you see, I'll give a very basic example. There was one of my friend who was working in phone lift company. He has an insurance policy for which he's paying from his pocket, which means his salary is being cut. 75,000 is the sublimit for maternity. In insurance, we call hospitals A, B, C category. So he admitted the wife in a C category, where only 35,000 they said will be covered. But for normal pregnancy, they said 1.2 lakhs is the bill. He has to pay rest of the amount in cash. Then he called us, we helped him negotiate, and the rate came to 75. He paid 40,000 from his pocket. If you go to Apollo multi-speciality or Cloud9, you might get the same normal maternity at 1.2 lakhs, 1.3 lakhs, where 75,000 is covered because it's category A hospital. So you have paid for your insurance. You could use the 75 and you're paying that 45 because when you get a kid, a neonatal unit is very important. Any complication for the kid happens, immediately they have to keep them in a neonatal unit. In a C grade hospital, you will find hardly any neonatal units. They immediately shift you to a different hospital. Why take risk when you have insurance? So now hospitals now started understanding that we are more of helping them, because when we give knowledge to people, they understand. Healthcare is a sector where it's not about finding the cheapest of the option. It's about getting good quality healthcare service. And we are also very clear about it. We don't compare and give you, boss, this is the cheapest, go there. No, that's not our work. We are a content platform. We give you as much knowledge as possible and you have to take the decision. So both insurance and hospital have understood this. We are educating the people. Anyways, when you go to any hospital before the operation, they have to educate you. We are actually doing their job, which makes the work very simple for them.
Correct.
So that is how we have. Please.
It's a way where your hospital did not kept the promise, whatever you given promise to your customer. And however, when they admitted to hospital, they did not keep the promise and they said, no, that's not the tariff of ours and all. Something this kind of scenario happen ever?
Not really. Reason being, we sign a proper MOU with the hospitals, then we get tariffs. Our tariffs on a yearly basis gets updated with the hospitals.
Okay.
And on the other hand, before any patient goes, we also get them customized quotes. See, my tariff online will be around 60-70% accurate. But if you want more customized quote, if you can share your medical details to us, we will share that to the hospital and get a customized quote. That will be 80-85% accurate. Unless and until you are on the operation table, there is some other complication. So we are very clear, because when I share the medical data to the hospital, the quote is even customized. So chances are very less that it will shoot up. So we tell people, we also put a disclaimer that obviously we don't know any complication will happen or not. Only when people cut open, we get to know what happens. So we put a very clear disclaimer on that. See, I'll give you a point. Today, you have no idea what the costing is. I'm giving you 80-85% price idea that what is going to happen. That's what we are. We are not saying I am 100% accurate. We will not shoot up from this bill. We are trying to. Unless and until there's no other complication.
Correct. And
I think we are helping you take the stress away. Yeah. Stress and anxiety is very biggest problem. Exactly, because your whole family is having that stress and anxiety of what the bill is. I always keep telling, people don't go to ITC to have biryani, not knowing the price. Because obviously you have a good, nice biryani. Still you keep thinking about what will be the bill. You are not enjoying the biryani. The point is to enjoy it. So that's why you see the menu, you understand what is the price, then you order it. Yeah. So that's what we are trying to do for here as well.
Correct. We build the mindset like, okay, bill will definitely be there and all. So,
yes.
Wanted to know that means like any emergency case arise that will not be your customer at all. So
no. So if it is an emergency case, if you already know which hospital you want to go to, then you can just go via us for the benefit of cashback. If not, that is not the right time. We wouldn't suggest. Only major benefit you get is cashback during emergency. You know you are going to Apollo or MGM or Miot. You tell we want to go there. Then we get you there. Okay. And obviously, you
Okay.
get the extra service of my RM relationship manager helping you. So we had one case before where let me not name the hospitals where they were admitted. So they were admitted in hospital A. They were not happy with the service. He was almost on the verge of passing away. So then the family said we want to shift. So we helped them shift to a different hospital. And thank God he is alive now. And biggest surprise is they couldn't figure out what the issue was, but he's alive.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the
That's
bill
nice.
was 46 lakhs. Bill
Oh.
was 46 lakhs.
Okay.
So a good thing was he was in a senior position in a big good company. So almost 40 lakhs was covered by his company in the group mediclaim policy. Then he had to pay 6 lakhs from his pocket.
Oh. Wow.
So that was one of the. So that company's group mediclaim is maintained by us. So they understood the value of buffer. So normally in a group mediclaim policy we keep buffer. So this guy's
Okay.
limit was only 20 lakhs. Buffer is something in a corporate buffer we call it. These guys have 50 lakhs buffer. So they can give one time to any employee the same sum insured in a year once more. So this guy already had 20. They gave now another 20. It became 40. Then 6
Okay.
lakhs
Yeah.
was paid by him. So a lot of people should
Oh.
understand that
Wow.
having a corporate buffer is very important.
Yeah. Also,
Because
yes.
in the previous year, they
Within
had,
the
yeah,
yes,
sorry,
yes,
sorry.
yes. Please continue.
In
You
the
continue, please.
previous year, this same corporate had a corporate buffer that didn't get used. So while renewing, they asked us, Muthu, why are we wasting money and having this buffer? I said, sir, buffer is again like insurance. You never know what when it happens.
Yeah.
But instead of keeping 40 lakhs limit for your employees, you are now keeping only 20 lakhs. You are saving there. Rather, you are having a
Correct.
buffer, you can give it to anyone. That is the use of
Yeah.
buffer, corporate buffer.
Totally making sense. Yeah. Also, Muthu, just to, I have two questions. One is this, like, what are the diseases or what are the treatments, uh, what are the primary customers comes to you? Because emergency won't come. People either with an accident, they meet with an accident, or the maternity kind of thing, and or might be cancer-related things also might be coming, right? So, what are the some, who are the customers? What kind of disease they are coming up? What is the, like, I want to know, like, what is the customer segment kind of? Who are the major
See, we
ones
have
that you can?
135. We have 135 items shortlisted in
Okay.
pre-planned operations. As I starting, I told you cataract, varicose vein, maternity, then knee replacement, hip replacement, any kind of joint replacements for that matter. ENT operations come. Then a lot of cardio-related operations comes to us. So in India, I feel there are a lot of, if you ask me, more than 60% of the items are pre-planned. Only 30 to 40% is serious cases, which means you have more time always to take a decision and go. And as you said rightly, we have cancer, Parkinson's. We are actually packaging cancer treatment. See, chemotherapy is normally what happens. The doctor says take 3 times chemo, break another 3, and then go for an operation. Normally, only after 6 they go for an operation. So, what we are trying to do, rather than someone paying for each chemo separately, we are trying to bundle it. If you pay for 3
Okay.
totally or 6 totally, you can also take EMI option. The rate comes
Oh,
down. We give a drastic discount on it. So now it is easier for people because anyways you have to do that 3. You cannot escape it in chemo.
yeah.
First 3, next 3, then only go for operation. Why? Because after the first 3, normally operation is not too successful. That's why doctors better give 6 chemos and then go for operation. Very rare case of you're in stage 1 might be after 3 chemos it works. So that is the reason we are trying to package it and also give EMI option for it. Like how if someone buys a mobile phone or laptop today in EMI, they can start buying these packages.
Okay. And also this,
Yeah.
you have mentioned that some of the cases where the what is it, like the insurance part, there's a limit you said, like 20 lakh or limit was there, and for the group insurance, like I have similar kind of personal health insurance. I'm also having it. I too don't have much knowledge like the people how they explain.
Yeah, yeah.
And the agent also told me like you want 5 lakh rupees, there's a top up of another 5 lakh will come to you whenever you need it. And he sells me, and then for that he asked me extra to pay some 2,000 rupees something. I'm clueless about that all. But can you just differentiate between the corporate insurance, how it is helpful compared to the personal insurance?
Sure. So, group mediclaim and individual health policy. Individual health, you have two options. One is only insuring yourself, like each individual person in your family, or you can go for a floater policy, family floater policy, where you can have yourself, your wife, spouse, actually, other kids, two, three kids, parents. You can have only whoever is the insuring their parents. You cannot have your spouse parents into it. So this is the major number of people in a group family floater policy. So family floater policy works like this. You have 20 lakh rupees limit. Any one of them or everyone put together in a year can use that 20 lakhs. Because every year, not the whole family gets affected. Someone will get affected. So they can use it. So let's say that 20 lakhs is over. Two people have used it. Out of 6 people, 2 people used it, 20 lakhs over. What happens to rest of the family? They have to be covered, right? So that's why they give refill. The same 20 lakhs gets refilled. Within a year, if this 20 lakhs is gone, then another 20 lakhs comes. But only if this 20 lakhs sum insured is over, then only it gets refilled. Okay. Let's say you have used 18 lakhs. It doesn't get refilled. After the 2 lakhs is used, then only the refill happens. So that is one. Second thing, when you are not claiming in a year, you get no claim bonus. Normally in a motor policy, you get it as discount in the next year, but in health policy, they increase your sum insured. So your sum insured was 20 lakhs. Let's say it depends on a lot of policies. Different policies have different categories for it. They say I give you 25% sum insured increase. So year on year, it keeps increasing. There are policies where now you can have 600% increase in your sum insured over a span of 5 years. Okay, coming to group mediclaim policy. Before that, normally in a individual health policy, you always have waiting period. It starts from 2 years to 4 years, depending on which policy you're taking. This waiting period is for PED, we call it, pre-existing diseases. So someone, before taking a policy, definitely should tell whatever pre-existing diseases they have. If not, insurer during the operation or procedure will definitely find it out, and they can actually cancel your policy. Not only reject your claim, cancel your policy, which means the premium you paid will go for waste. So it is better to tell them that you had this PED and then take the policy. And maternity also has 3 to 4 years waiting period. Maternity is not a pre-existing. Still, there is a waiting period for maternity. When you come to group mediclaim policy, there is no waiting period. From day one, policy starts.
Okay.
And
another benefit.
Good thing about yes, and another benefit is if in your company the average age band of people is less, then the premium is actually less. Because in your individual policy, your age, your parents' age are included in that. Here, the overall company's age. So we take the median age. So that way, the premium is comparatively less. Third thing, claim processing is butter smooth in a group mediclaim compared to an individual policy. If you have to actually take what is the claim rejection ratio, GMC will be very, very less. Group mediclaim is GMC compared to your individual policy. Because it's corporate, too many claims keep coming, and for the relationship purpose, companies tend to easily clear the claims. And coming to the third point, you can have too many sublimits to bring down your premium in a group mediclaim policy. For example, cataract, you can have either 35,000 per eye, 50,000 per eye, 75,000 per eye. Same for maternity, you can have normal 35, C-section 50, or normal 50, C-section 75. Nowadays, you can cover IVF, all chemo is already covered. And you can also take mental health coverages in your group mediclaim policy. So that is a major benefit of group mediclaim compared to an individual health policy. Just to give you one more point, if you see any developed countries like US, others, the number of group mediclaim is higher than individual policies. And right now in India also it is the same. That's how it's growing. People are preferring the group mediclaim compared to individual policy. Just to give an idea to people, if you're working in a company, if they've given a group mediclaim policy, let's say you're leaving the company, you can ask them, the insurer, to give it as a separate individual policy, and you can take it. So your waiting period also will be over. Let's say you worked in that company for 3 years. So your waiting period is already over. Then you can convert it into individual policy and take it over wherever you go. Then the process policy
The minimum
continues,
serving,
which means,
yeah,
yeah,
minimum serving period is there. Minimum time serving period is there, right?
no,
Like minimum two
anyways,
years
you
of
would
getting
have,
the line.
no, not mandatory. In 1 year also, you can take this policy and leave. Just
Okay,
that the waiting period will continue for 2 years for your PED only, not for everything.
got it,
Only
got
which
it.
you said you had a pre-existing disease. Okay, one more important point. When you take an individual policy, you have to tell your PED. But when you take a group
Yeah,
mediclaim, they don't ask you anything. So whatever PED you have is gone. So you have
okay,
cancer, you want to go for chemo, you go into a group mediclaim, you will directly get chemo immediately. From the next week, you will start
okay,
taking chemo. You are pregnant, your wife who is pregnant, you are into group mediclaim, immediately you can take it. You don't get that benefit in a individual policy.
okay. Also, one more question I have, like you mentioned, like you people get cashback from you. So that cashback, does the company provide to you, or you have some other way of getting it and give it
No,
to
we, we,
customer?
we are providing it from our own whatever. See, this is to make the whole thing very useful for people. Definitely. See, for example, when people have started taking policy online now. 10 years back, if you had asked people if you take policy online, no, they
No
because
one
they
will.
want someone in between. Yes. So I think
Correct.
whatever we are doing to make it more accustomed to people for a longer run. That's the reason we offer. Our revenues are going down. That's okay with us. Just Tansi Tamil Nadu Startup TN has also give us a social impact startup award. So by this way, we are also whatever we get, we give it back to people. Other than that, why they have given this award? We are able to do dialysis at 500 rupees. We have a partner for that. Today in market, you cannot get dialysis done below 2,500 rupees. Second thing, we can do knee replacement at 50,000 rupees. See, whatever I'm telling for needy people, not for people who have money. Third thing, someone who has bone marrow transplant operation which is required. So we are partnered with the trust. If they are really, really needy, we give the client to the trust. They do the background search. If they're okay with it, the operation cost is 22 lakhs. They do that free of cost. We are also partnered with charitable hospital, Sai Baba's hospital in Bangalore, where someone who comes to us saying, I have no money at all, then we refer them there. The whole operation will be done at free of cost. So we don't earn in those spots. I think that's okay. As I told you, our main motto aim is to bring transparency and affordability in the healthcare sector and insurance sector. I think by doing all this, we are committed to our goal of what we want to achieve in a longer run.
Wow. Really, that is a great stuff, yeah. Like getting a free operation and
Yeah.
this all things. And they are really, I also noticed that the moment when the hospital name comes, people get scared, first of all. The second thought comes like bill, of course. And third is like, don't know what is happening inside. Because we don't know whom to
Yes.
talk. Because doctor comes within 5 minutes, they just say, okay, your patient is still critical. I don't expect me anything. Just hope, pray to the God. That's what he says. Because I had one bad experience for my family member. We were waiting for doctor to see her and come out, and when we asked, he just spent 1 minute says, "Case is still critical. You pray to the God." But like that time, really, we need someone like how we are trying to solve problem who
Absolutely.
understands the situation and who console the family. Okay, let's be these are things are there what we understand and things are right going inside. The all process is right, and I think we are at the right place, right hospital only. Need not change it across because sometimes that case come no
Yes.
like where we want to move to other place, and we need really someone old
Absolutely
person
right.
to guide us that I wanted to move up there. And moving up is
You're
not easy. Like you have to the last all the medicines and other important required gadgets and all. Nice.
absolutely right. So, as I told you, this one patient who was very sick, he was about to pass away in one hospital. Good thing, wife was very clear that adamant actually that no, I want to change the hospital. We never push any of our clients for anything. So we didn't suggest
Yeah.
that first hospital. They were already admitted there. Then only the case came to us. So when the wife said no, we want to move, then we gave 2 3 options. She said we'll go here. So we had taken A to Z full care of closing the bill, everything there. Claim will get settled as well. Then shift them here. get them a bed here. The RM will take care of them. If required, we also send a personal one of our team members to take care of people. Because as you said rightly, see, the thought process was very simple. Whenever someone is going for any operation or procedure, or before that stage itself, the whole family is stressed. The whole thought of this thing, whenever someone in the family is sick, immediately, your actual, what do you say, in your work, you can't concentrate on many things. You're in your mind, that's going on again and again. Yes. So we were thinking, when I go for a nice five-star hotel or anywhere, like a trip also, make my trip arranges one relationship manager. They make everything so simple. Your life feels like Aram say, yeah, I enjoyed it, yeah. Types. And because when you're going for a vacation, your mindset is already in a nice, you have a nice mindset, so it is okay. But when you're stressed, there is no one doing this service for you. So that's where we thought that when someone is stressed, you have to offer utmost service to them that they feel relaxed, because most of the operations fail because of your stress levels, not because the operation was not done well. So if your stress
Right.
level is low, I think you would have seen online a lot of people playing guitar. One guy was playing video games. He's keeping his stress level low. And if you're very positive, your operation, if it goes bad also, I think you can survive, and it becomes a positive, successful operation. So that's what we are trying to do. Bring your stress levels down, and also keep your family posted what is happening, so they also feel very comfortable of what's going on. And we also offer something like concierge services. See, you're talking about family here. So we have requests from NRIs. The whole kids are settled abroad. In India, you think a lot of people are there like that, where parents are here, aged parents, 60 plus, kids are staying abroad. They feel guilty that, they're not able to take care of them. So the NRIs are asking, can you put one guy with my parents, take them to hospital, drop them back home?
Okay.
The whole thing, they should be all time and keep me updated of what's going on. If I want to
Okay.
do a video call, I'll not call my dad. I'll call your guy. He has to take it on
Okay.
video call, give to them, talk, close it. Though I think in India that's a growing request which is coming, and these guys would also like to know how the hospital facility feature is. So for that matter, it's easy because we already have photos and videos of the hospitals. We can show it
Yeah.
to them. So I'll give you where one maternity case. The lady came. She said, "I want to know how the hospital ambience is. The room look, it's clean or not." No, I mean it was a really good point. She brought it out, and she was like, "I need the restroom to be really really clean." I was like happy because that's exactly the use case or problem we are solving.
Yeah.
Right. See, maternity is something, it's a very important thing in your life, and you're going through a lot of pain, right? You're paid for it, which means if you pay for staying in Tata, Taj or ITC, you see how the room looks. Then only you book
Yeah.
it because you're paying. Here also you're paying, but you don't get an opportunity to compare between rooms, see how the room looks or feels. Then you can go. So I think this is the right spot where, we try to solve the problem of people.
Wow. That's inspiring. So, Muthu, right now, how many hospitals onboarded with you?
We have crossed, yeah, we have crossed more than 100 hospitals now, and we are increasing. Our target is 22,000 hospitals all over India. So it becomes, so why 22,000? Today, if you go to any TPA for cashless procedure in the hospitals, the maximum they have is 22,000. So that's what we are also partnering with. So once this 22,000 is done, most of the A, B, and small part of the C category of the hospitals we would have been covered. And that gives people a lot of options. As I told, we never push any of our clients to go to any one hospital. So now it's like your choice. You tell me I want this hospital, that will be there in my list already. So you can directly go. So that's the thought process of having as many hospitals as possible.
And currently, your presence is in Chennai only, or in Tamil Nadu, or how is it? Presence is all
No,
about?
right now we are in Tamil Nadu. We are expanding to Karnataka immediately because most of the hospital like Kaveri, Cloud9, Meta, all these hospitals already have branches. So it's easier for us to expand now. I think hospital tie-up is an ongoing process for us because what we do is, say, we are a B2B player. It doesn't mean we don't go B2C. Little later, we'll go B2C directly. But now, anyone who comes to us for any request, we solve that problem. So we go to HR, corporate HRs. We give them two options where one is they can take group mediclaim policy via us. We are IRD registered brokers. So if they do that, all the extra services which I told you goes at free of cost to them. If not, it's not mandatory for them to take the group mediclaim with us. We are very competitive. If they still consider to take it outside, that's okay with us. We charge 50 rupees plus GST per person per year for this membership fee. So all the again services what I told goes at free. Plus add on what we do is every 2 months we organize a medical camp. And I am talking about not the same camp being repeated. It will be from different ones. For example, cancer. A lot of people don't do cancer checks very often. So we make it a point that yearly once you have checked. Then we have someone who comes for maternity related, IVF related kind of camp for women specifically. And then we have normal checkups, eye checkups. So we plan it every 2 months once. At your workplace only you will be checked. You don't have to go separately and do a full body checkup. We offer that free of cost. And after all this, what we do, we are partnering with other startups where, for example, we are partnered with one startup now. IVF success ratio is only 20%, but they have done their clinical trials. Their success ratio is 43%, which means today, instead of doing two IVFs, you have to do only once, as in because your success ratio is higher. So these guys are helping the women. They have a mentor attached to this women until they have a success in the IVF. Why? Because today mostly the IVF is failure because of the stress level of that woman, because of the societal pressure. She has no one to talk to. She can't talk to her husband's family, her family. Everyone is like, "Yeah, you need a kid" types. So that societal pressure is killing it. So these guys, when you have a third party who is not judging you for anything, who has nothing against you, no bias, just there to help you, like a nice good friend, it makes more sense. She is able to open herself and talk whatever she wants and get the right guidance how to have a thought process about the societal pressure. That helps them very much. So this is one. And another thing what we are also trying to do for anyone as employee is keep their stress level less, because most of them have some kind of pressure in the family. So that's another point we are trying. And one more thing, startup we are partnering with, they're trying to bring type 2 diabetic people to normal. Their success ratio is 62%. They have also done their clinical trials. So before we partner with any startup, we do a thorough checkup. We take minimum 5 to 10 competitors of the same startup, analyze them, understand what is the difference, what is the benefit. For us, things are like clinical trial is very important. We have certain things. Only if they tick all those, then we pick them. If not, we don't enter. So it's about today you are able to read somewhere that type 2 diabetic can be converted, but you don't know where to go, who's the right person, what is the right price. So we do the homework and we get the things right. And then we go to the HR, corporate HR, and say, please send a mail to all your employees. So if the employee needs or their family needs or their extended family needs, anyone can come to us. We'll help them. So it's an ongoing process again. We are looking at multiple, for example, cancer and Parkinson is something in our mind. We are working towards it because if someone in the family had cancer, chances are there 20 to 25% their kid might get it. Same Parkinson also. If someone had Parkinson in the family, 20 to 27% chances are there their kids can get it. So I think it's very important that their kids constantly keeps checking. They get diagnosed at least in a year once or twice, so that they can stay safe. Or if they get it in the starting stage itself, they can find it.
Makes sense. Great.
Yeah. So we are trying to build communities.
How many members you have who have paid 50 rupees and a member of you? How many members?
Right now, I think we have crossed 38,000 people who have paid this 50 rupees plus GST. I'm talking this is in the last 3-4 months, because we started, initially we were only offering our services to people who have taken policy via us. We didn't offer the non-clientele basis. So last 3-4 months only we have started this clientele basis of ours also. Because each one we have to check your insurance policy, understand what is covered. So now we have the tech, so it's easier for us.
Nice. And 50 rupees is very less.
Yeah.
Yeah? I think if you increase to 100, also you will not
No,
out
I,
of more,
I
more
think you
than
guys have
100.
already no, but you guys have already made us a social impact startup. I think we have to make an impact. But as I told you,
Yes.
there are so many places to make money, and I
Yeah.
feel already people are being paying a lot. So if
Yeah.
we don't want to be another stress to the people, we want to relieve their stress. That is
Yeah.
our main thought process.
So, now just we'll spend another 5 minutes for only for the startup.
Yeah.
Like, can you share like the budding entrepreneurs, budding startups, founders? Sometimes they ignore this part, like how important this is. And there are a lot of companies like NBFCs are coming with a lot of packages. They just say open the account and get insurance, and a lot of other things are happening. What is your ideal suggestion that if any founder is starting up, how he can safeguard his team members, family, and their own life, and what are the things you suggest at early level they should adopt it if in terms of whatever you have suggestion, either insurance or investment, whatever you feel this part should go to employees of the any founder startup.
Uh, I think first of all, entrepreneurs are the maximum stressed people because they are juggling between so many things which they don't know actually is there. It's like
Yeah,
if you at least know what you're juggling between, you can know, okay, I'm doing this. But entrepreneurs are those guys, you have no idea. You're looking at marketing, sales, HR department, then something else. So you're basically firefighting most of the time. That's how I see entrepreneurship is. Only if you're passionate, you should get into it. If you think you're inside for making money, I don't think so. You're in the right space because you have to handle a lot of pressure in the at least until your startup gets going. And today, as you see, companies like Paytm, uh, the edtech startup, Byju's, after going to such height, also you can crash. So you never know what happens. So it's a constant, pressure in life you have to keep maintaining. So when you're so much stressed in your life, I think today you're seeing so many young guys who go to gym, they don't come back home. They pass
yeah,
away. You guys are hearing a lot of people go to jog, they don't come back. These guys are very young guys. And it's surprising that in India, see, Indian age population band average is around 28 to 30 right now. Uh, if you see the maximum age band, which is 28 to 30, which is very ideal age. But because of our lifestyle, the food, the kind of food we eat, and all the other reasons, young Indians are getting heart attack. 2 days back, I met ex CTO of Apollo. Interestingly, he was telling that they have generated a AI system to track young guys to check whether these guys are prone to get heart attack or not.
wow,
Because his point was very clear. We get so many young guys who are having heart attack. So we figured out that we have to, at least for the societal benefit, we have to stop this. Imagine what happens when someone above 60 passes away. No offense, nothing happens to anyone, but most of the life is lived. They're they're not the mostly breadwinners of the family. Above 60 people, they have their savings to help the family. But someone in the age of 60, 28 to 45 passes away, they are the breadwinner of the family, and your family is just starting. What happens? It's gone for a toss. You don't have any savings. How does your family live? What about your kids' education? No safety. So I think most of for all the entrepreneurs, for that matter, they definitely need a term insurance, very good term insurance, so that their family is safe. Second point would be definitely have a health insurance. Reason in India, more than 43% people are pushed to poverty, which means taking loan to pay hospital bills. So many people. And I think COVID was one of the best examples. I had so many friends had to sell property also to pay bills of hospitals. Just one friend, the whole family was affected. The bill was 36 lakhs. Imagine a middle class, lower middle class, or upper lower middle class. 36 lakhs at one point is not easy job for anyone. So I think for that matter, and take the other example which I told recently, 46 lakhs bill for this guy. Who has that kind of money? So I
Yeah.
think definitely you guys need a good health policy so that these two things at least doesn't push your startup to a bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And there are policies like key man insurance. For example, you are the key man in your business. Something happens to you, your business should continue. So here the insurance amount comes to your company. So company has any loans, the company can close that loan. And someone else can at least try to run it. For example, someone from your family, from someone from a third party. So for that matter, a lot of VCs, venture capitalists who invest money nowadays, mandate two things. One is they call DNO policy, director liability policy. And second, director liability is mostly if someone is swindling money to get the money back for their safety. Second thing, they also try to help, tell these guys to take a term insurance. Because something happens to them. See, most of the VCs have invested in this startup. Mostly it's that founder or co-founder, two people, three people. That's how startups are today. Trusting these guys. Something happens to them, what happens? The whole idea is gone. Because today a lot of people have idea. It's about the team they believe in, execution skills which they have. So I think for that reason, as you asked, term policy is very important. It can be a key man policy at least for your company or for your family. Both has to be covered. And health insurance for you and your employees because your employee also feels secured working with you. Because most of the startups today you cannot pay too much. But without paying too much, how can you pay much health insurance? Because you pay hardly 23,000 to 35,000 for premium. You are able to give them a 10 lakh sum insurance, which means you paid only 30,000, which is 3%, but you are giving 10 lakh rupees. So if you have to pay salary too high, you are not. But this is something at least helping your that person. If he didn't have a salary, still he has 10 lakhs sum insurance. So at least his family is covered. So for the employee side also it's good. Plus for the employee also, the in term insurance there is something called employee employer policy, which means employer can pay the premium of the term insurance of the employee and cover him. And the policy is taken on the employee's name. Tomorrow he leaves, he can take the policy and leave. So it's on his name. He doesn't have to worry. That's another good. So you have group accidental policy, group term insurance. Group term insurance again is like group mediclaim policy. The overall premium comes down drastically when you take it. So there are really good policies. So there are two ways nowadays. A lot of startups are looking at it. One is they pay from the pocket to cover the employees, or they give an option to the employee saying, "I'll cut some part of the premium from your salary if you're okay. Then we help you give it." So it's like at least they're facilitating and getting the benefit of group mediclaim, group term.
Yeah. Wow. Nice. And also you have created some bundle for startup founders where with subsidized rates something is available for them. And if
Yes.
they need to avail it, like do you have some website link or something where they can reach out? Let me put in the
Uh,
you can share with them.
yeah, I can share you the details.
Okay.
It is orzulife.com. They can or connect with contact number 9445129 432. So
Okay.
might be I think in the last we can put the details. They'll definitely get a maximum discount possible as startup founders,
Okay.
and definitely for this podcast. Yeah,
Great. Thank you so much, Muthu. Thank you. And
thank you.
it was great conversation. I think it's not enough to finishing everything in one go. I think we should
I
connect
know.
again and take it up one by one all the modules and go deep dive into it so that those who are interested to learn more about the each and every policy, we should create one thing for that. Even that is learned for me as well because I'm also very
Definitely.
new. I'm also blindly I'm just trusted to one of the agents and now I just take your solution to get things right. So thanks for
No, so many
yeah,
people are like that. We'll be more than happy to help everyone because that's our agenda in life to help people,
yeah,
understand what they're trying to take. If they don't understand, also we will make sure what their need is. We understand and help them take the right policy at least. So we'll be happy to connect with you again, and we to do multiple sessions to educate people, give them knowledge.
yeah. Superb. And we do one more thing. If suppose some investor learning up looking into it, so let's share some data now. how many customers you have it, how much revenue you are making it last year or this Q1, and if suppose you're looking for money, then how much someone should support you so for your next plan or whatever you have it. If some investor look into the same way,
I'm sorry if you're if
if
I'm getting
investors
the
looking
question
into this,
right.
yeah,
Some
investors
some
look at this
noises there.
video.
I didn't get your question. Hmm.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, better.
Better. So I'm saying, if in case investor looking into this video, if he is still looking for the some numbers to hear from you, so can you share number of customers you have it, last year revenue what you made, how many employees you have it, if you're looking for fundraise, then how much that amount would be, or what for you want to use it.
Uh, I think we might look for funding little later because our target is to have minimum 1 lakh employees under us. Then go for funding. And because one more thing we are adding into our tech where right now we have an app and website, but I think going forward it's about WhatsApp. So we are
Yeah.
creating a WhatsApp API which will be linked with the WhatsApp where people can just come inside, have a chat where it asks for first which city, then their pin code, then which what requirement they have, which operation or procedure they're looking for. With these details, I the WhatsApp will give 5 hospitals, 5 kilometers in their radius, and the price for that
Hmm.
operation. So
Okay.
this tech is being built right now. So because we felt it's very important that when someone is having issues, they might not go for the website platform. It's too much. Today, people are
Yeah.
happy with WhatsApp. And one more thing will happen in this WhatsApp only. Your claim number will get tracked. So let's say the day one the claim is registered, you will know that in principle approval given to your hospital or not. How much was the amount?
Hmm.
Then what is the scale up amount which was given by the insurer? Then final
Yeah.
settlement, what is happening? How much is getting settled? How much is not? So everything will be in your WhatsApp. Either you can have it or your family member can have it. To keep looking, as you said, right, having a track while someone is in the hospital. So right now
Yeah.
the tech building is going on. So I think we are looking at this time span to close 1 lakh employees. I think hopefully within 2 3 months itself we'll close that. If we do that, then we'll be even more energized to do minimum 3 to 5 lakhs per year end because this 50 rupees plus GST has worked a lot well for us. A lot of corporates are considering it and taking it very easily. So that way we are able to add a lot of employees. And once this tech is done, it adds a lot of value. We can have the show use case scenarios in a better way. So then
Hmm.
we might go for funding is the thought process for now. Uh, but yes,
Okay.
we'll be happy to meet someone.
Superb. Superb. Yeah. Okay. Also, this WhatsApp part what you mentioned, it's like it's really awesome. Yeah. People are stop using the email nowadays. Not stop getting bored. They are. I think the WhatsApp is the second email box. Only some button has to come the
Yes,
text to action, and action and get into the to-do list and all. That's it. Things are working out nicely. Even
I'll give you an
suppose,
example. Uh,
yeah.
3 days back, we closed Kalishwari, gold winner oil. A lot of people in Tamil Nadu would have used their oil. Their corporate GMC is with us.
Okay.
So more than almost 2,000 employees and more.
Okay.
Before it used to be all mail. Now we just
Okay.
put a WhatsApp group. Their
Okay.
HR list of before you used to give a mail that this is the line of contact. Like first two people
Uh,
you contact, if they're not reachable, contact these two people, then three people. Now we have added everyone in one WhatsApp group. So
wow.
their line of contact and our line of contact, everything added in one group. So
Yeah.
anyone misses, someone has to see and reply. And we have
Exactly.
a tag. Within 20 minutes to 30 minutes, one person has to definitely reply from our side. If they can delay,
Okay.
that's okay. But from our side, somehow we have to reply. So that's why
Yeah.
from our side, almost 7 to 8 people are added in that group. One misses, someone
Okay.
will look and they can reply to it. So that's how fast people can act while they're on WhatsApp. Because most of them are traveling, meeting clients. As a team, I'm talking, but we definitely have a team only assigned for this work now.
Yeah.
So it gets very easier, and people's anxiety is not going up. I'll give you an example. So they had done the policy before their policy comes out because it takes 2 3 working days for the policy as a policy to come out hard copy. already claims started. So now one guy is calling and asking, is this hospital in Mumbai covered in cashless or not? Within 25 minutes, we gave him the confirmation. Yes, it is covered. You can go ahead. He asked, where is my e-card? He said, your policy has not yet been issued. We will touch up with the insurance team of this hospital. You can go ahead. Just give your employee name and employee code. We'll make sure it goes in cashless. So this is how fast we are able to respond to them. If you imagine they have to send a mail, which means he has to tell his corporate head, HR, please send a mail. Then that mail comes to us. My people go back, check, come back, or give them Excel sheet saying, this is the hospital list you can see. No use. I think I'm making it's not helpful. But right now, what we are doing is tell him yes or no, over. I can see that Excel sheet myself. My team can see it and tell him. Because he is already standing in the hospital. You think he's going, say, the Excel checking which hospital, there are 18,000 hospitals in that list. So that is how we are making things as efficient as possible. So little later, it might come inside our app itself as a build. But right now, for the simplicity and people's usage, because again, people think they have to go inside my app. They have made it in WhatsApp.
Yeah, so it's very right approach you have taken up, and also I'm sure like people will get used to it because WhatsApp people are checking every 1 minute, not even 2 minutes, more than any other
No,
app.
now you know that you can track your claim, you can track everything. Then you will definitely start looking at your WhatsApp again and again, or you can just message us. So we also have an option there. We don't want to be like any other company. You have to go to call center again and again. You have an option there to press that I want a call back. Immediately we are trying to call you back if it's in working hours. Maximum within 1 or 2 hours you will get a call back.
Okay.
And because a lot of people, even after chatting, they feel that no, I want to talk to someone and get more clarity. We will call you immediately. That is one. Or we check which hospital the patient is admitted in. We check with my RM there, relationship manager, what's going on. And tell him, go to the room and please talk to my patient and help him understand, solve his problem. So that someone has come to you. So now you feel even more better than talking to someone on phone. From a hospital, someone has come to you, talking to you to solve your problem. So that's how fast we can be. And I think going forward, it's more of improvement.
Correct. And also, I want to know like how big your team is. Like this all seems a lot of manpower required, right? How big your team is now?
So the team is more than 12 members. 12 is on our books. The rest is majorly interns and few others for on conversion sales we pay. But definitely we are increasing our team size. We want to be more dependent on technology than humans. Because these delays happen when human intervention is there. With technology, the mistakes are less, so replies are fast. Because as our volume grows, I think we'll again become like any other company, delaying all that nags. We don't want to do that. So majorly we'll be tech-based, but it's a online and offline combination. We think in India it's not fully online yet. So it has to be, because I'll tell you why we are doing the offline mode. Because when someone has some issue they are admitted, one human talks to them, they feel better. So we always want to have that human touch, but when there is a need. Human touch is only to enhance and give a better service, not to do the other way around. So that's why we do. And our team also does this. After the patient is discharged, they call and check how was the operation, how did it went, what is wrong, what is right, did you feel good or not? And after 2 weeks, we again call to check if they're fine. As I told you, it is more of pure service-oriented stuff we are trying to do. We want to genuinely know. Because to my team, I have told very clearly, each patient who is admitted is none other than any of your family member. Like your father, mother, sister, or anyone admitted, how will you take care? That is how you have to take care. Once the thought process goes inside, then you will definitely, start talking to them in a better way. So we feel, I don't know, we are thinking about this to hire aged women and men also, because these are the people who like to talk, have that relationship, soft touch, everything. So I think that's another way. Again, we can do something back to the society where the thought came because of my own mother. She's 60 now. She loves to talk to people just like that. And someone is sick or something, she feels that actually someone in home is sick. It goes there.
Yeah.
So when they are there, I think they are the right people to talk to someone who has been out of an operation or during an operation. They can call, have a proper check on them. So rather than too much youngsters, we are thinking of having aged people to do this. I don't know how. It's a trial run. We have to see. I hope we are successful.
Definitely. And I think the intention you have it is really amazing. The way you are
Thank you.
uh, every stakeholder like impact and everyone together, that's a amazing result. And also this, I think you're trying to operate in very niche. So I think that tech, what you're trying to crack, that is the really go-to stuff because with that only possible. Otherwise, whatever we can replace and all. But once tech sits down, then definitely things get smoother and faster. And I'm sure you will making us one of the proudest cohort that
Definitely.
uh,
I'll be more than happy to.
and yes, thank you. And definitely we'll pass it to some of founders. Let's see if they are interested for some of your products to buy it off. And also with startup
We
I think
will.
we should think of
So I think we can actually do if you're okay, we should actually do another session. What all insurance options are there for founders? Because right now I touched upon only the health side. There are
yeah.
so many other insurance. For example, if they're in the food industry, today you would have seen, I forgot the company's name, ice cream someone bought, there was one finger inside. The license is gone. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen in news, it is going around. Second thing, some masala company also, cancer causing stuff is there, so they're stopping it. So many things keep coming. So you are in a mass manufacturing space. You have to control your quality, but sometimes you miss. So there is public liability policy. Something happens to someone. For example, Johnson and Johnson powder used to cause cancer for kids all over world. I think they paid more than 2 billion in fine, if I'm right. So 2 billion B for ball. So I think so. You can take public liability policy. Reason being, you are a startup. You are very small. If some case like this comes, you are bankrupt in one go.
Yeah.
Your intention might be right. Somewhere down the line, somewhere mistake had happened. How do you contain it?
Yeah.
If you're running a restaurant, you're cooking and serving food. Some problem happened to people who ate it. I think 2 months back it came somewhere in Kambaram. The whole family went and had biryani, and they all fell sick. They were all admitted.
Yeah,
If it is proved that because of this, right? If it's proved that it was because of that food, they can actually sue you.
okay.
Sue this company, the restaurant. So again, public liability helps. And there are so many insurance policies to save yourself. So, for example, credit. You are into business of giving credit. You are manufacturer. There are distributors. You are giving credit. How do you save yourself? Credit risk insurance is there to save yourself. So, I think we should definitely have another session where we talk about what all policies are there, so that at least they'll understand. They want to cover it now or not as separate. They'll understand what risk they are carrying.
Correct. And when the situation arises, so they can bite out the part instead of going away. Okay,
Yes.
I don't know what to do and all. Then makes sense.
We gave one policy.
Yeah.
We gave one policy to a company who are manufacturing lithium-ion batteries for inverters at home. See, normally your inverter battery is not lithium-ion, so the power saving is less number of hours. This gives better range. So he didn't have the idea that tomorrow if it bursts, lithium-ion are prone to bursting. Tomorrow it bursts. You are inside. It's happening inside an house, which means easily the house will get fired.
Right.
Who takes responsibility? So he had to take a liability policy so that tomorrow anything happens anywhere, at least he is safe. He can pay from this. So there are a lot of startup founders. You guys are very passionate about what you do. All that is fine. But I think on the contrary, you have to also understand what risk you're carrying. You have to insure it now or not. Somewhere you have to do that. You cannot think of the premium as an expense. That premium is your insurance to cover your startup, insulate your startup against any legal compliances. Not complaints, legal.
Legal
What do you
issues.
call if someone sues you? Legal issues.
Yeah, yeah, right. Absolutely right. I think we should connect something soon again to record that all part,
Yes,
and if you share the small deck of, we share the things and we show the
definitely we should do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
then thank you so much, Muthu. Thank you for joining.
Great.
I think it's
Thank you
just
for
one
thank you
hour
for
to finish
having me.
up. Right. Thank you, Muthu.
Thank you for having me. It was nice connecting with you. Thank you. Thank you all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.